Well, we're at halftime right now, West Branch and West Liberty, and as always, an entertaining first half. Right now, though, we're being joined by one of the new assistant coaches here on the staff, down on the fresh soft level in particular this year, and it's Brian Boelk. And I guess, Brian, first off, welcome. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to the staff.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having me. It's been fun. It's been a good time so far. It's been truly enjoyable to see it is a family atmosphere here with all the coaching staff and players and staff and everybody else involved. So it's been great.
So, first off, for folks that don't know you very well, give us kind of the brief 30-second biography about you and your family.
Yeah, sure. Family of 6, got 4 kids. A senior just graduated, and then 3 sophomores here in high school. Yes, that's 3. I run a civil engineering consultant business, and I live here in West Branch for about 12, 13 years now. So involved in a lot of different coaching, basketball, track, now football.
And wife Amy takes care of everything. She's the boss.
She keeps things running somehow and works herself. So I don't know how, but she does. Tells me where to go.
Wives are amazing. I
Yes,
know that
they
for
are.
sure. So the decision to join the staff here. Tell us, take us through that. What prompted that?
Yeah, I've been involved in coaching for the whole time I've been here at West Branch on different levels. And then in the last couple of years, actually went and got certified and started coaching with the basketball and track. But I had a couple different coaches approach me as they're finding out there's some positions open here in the football, and talked through it a lot. Of course, looking at it in terms of time and ability to, because it is a big time dedication. So, know a lot of the staff, was able to talk through on what this involved and what it entailed, and it certainly seemed like something that fit and something I like to do. Having a couple boys on the team, thought it'd be kind of fun to be involved in that as well.
Well, you said you've been involved since you've been here in town. What is it you like about coaching and just helping teach these youngsters about sports and how they can help them?
You bet. Yeah, I just love kids in general. From doing Sunday school to Boy Scouts. I did that as a leader. So it's what you just described. Is being a part of the kids' lives and seeing the impact you can make on them. We got a great community here in West Branch, and everybody always responds well to that. So to be able to be a part of them and watch them grow up and see how they've grown and established. I saw that even this year with the girls' basketball team when they went to state. That group I coached in 5th grade. So to see where they've come from barely winning a game back then and scrapping and learning just the basics of the game and good sportsmanship to get into state, that's the real reward later.
Well, you take over as offensive coordinator on the fresh soft level. What's that mean for you? What types of things are you trying to focus on with this squad this year? Yeah,
certainly been a little learning curve on my end. It's been a while since I played football and called anything, so learning the plays, but Hirsch does a great job of making it difficult but yet easy in the way that we use the terms and everything. So there was first that, just learning curve. I would get quizzed by the boys quite a bit at home, so that was helpful. But from there, it's really getting the basics from this fresh soft team on the offensive level, learning the plays but doing it fundamentally correct. And that's what we're starting off with. And from there, then we can keep expanding and install new plays. So, we start with the basics that we threw a lot at these guys. And we knew they could handle it. A lot of good athletes, a lot of good smart kids. And so we keep throwing things at, installing as we feel comfortable with that. And, just trying to see what fits and what meshes. That's the one thing is, after a couple weeks, you're starting to scratch some plays off, starting to add some others that you see that just aren't working for them.
Right. Well, you mentioned, talking with Coach Hirschman, what is that communication like as you work through the season of, being able to bounce ideas, ask about this play, or just making sure the kids are doing it so that if or when they move up to that varsity level, they're ready?
Yeah, it's been interesting because Coach Hills has been fantastic and helped me lead and bring me into that offensive coordinator position. As has Hirsch, it's been a little different, as everybody knows this year, because I thought we'd be a little more under their wing and involved all together. So having that separation between the fresh soft and the varsity has been a little difficult in that part. It's been kind of outside of practice. We were involved early on in quarterback meetings via Zoom, which was helpful. And then I'm up in the booth, scripting the plays as he's calling them, which is also really good. But that part has been a little difficult, having that separation and not having that one-on-one contact. But, hopefully we'll be able to keep incorporating more and more, which it seems like we are. Just trying to pick his brain and hear from him. It took me a little bit even running the scripts on the first play because he's got a lot more in the playbook than we do at the fresh soft level.
How about practice-wise? I mean, what's that like with the separation and, based on limited numbers and trying to get things, how do you work on trying to get that rhythm going for your offense?
Yeah, I think our biggest trouble has been, and we saw in our first game, unfortunately, is that we're not able to run against a full live defense. So our offense is typically only going against a front 7, if at that, at best, with 18 to 19 players. So and with that, not really be able to go a lot of live contact just because risking injury and everything else. So, yeah, our receivers and our quarterback in particular aren't seeing things in that live game time situation as they normally would, and we saw some of that in the first game, and we're going to adjust and we'll do that and pick it up. But that's, I think, been the hardest part is it's just not having a full scout team to go against.
Right. Well, it is an adjustment, but at least we're able to get
playing,
out here and play.
Right?
So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's what we keep telling the kids each and every day is, you don't know, this might be the last game. And we didn't think we'd get any games in. So, and as a coach, I got to keep telling myself that too. There's a lot of different things we have to follow. Sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't, but you got to keep telling yourself, hey, we got to do it to keep playing. And that's the reward, is watching these kids play. Win or lose, they're getting out there and playing the game they love.
Absolutely. Well, tough start, like you said. Lost to Tipton on Monday this week. Get ready for West Liberty next week. But I know that it's all about the growth. The wins and losses will come eventually, but these kids are trying to learn and everything. So, Brian, welcome again to the staff. Thanks very much for joining us here this week.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more of the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.